What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back in the video on the channel. And today, unless you are watching this without looking, we ordered Papa John's because it says Papa John's right below my chin. Just finished going to the movies and I just finished watching Terrifier 2, so we'll do a quick little review after I just grab me some of this. The Dad. Grab me the Dad just doesn't sound right, does it? We're leaving it. I managed to get to the theater and see one of, like, it's only showing in like 4 locations, but I managed to see it. The uncut version of it in theaters. What a W. But let's get into this meal. I didn't have much options because the movie was late, so it's about like, what is it, like 11 o'clock? Yeah, it's about 11 p.m. So made sure I ordered some of the Dad, which is one of my franchise pizzas that I do enjoy. Let me just run through these real quick. Drop that thumbs up for your boy, by the way. I'm not gonna tell you, it's cringy, I know. Just, man, you know, just it takes 2 seconds and it makes me happy, you know. And I had to pay for this pizza, so nah. But we got something different today. I got a large well-done bake. I hate when I do this. Well-done bake. I got pineapple on my main pizza today because I keep getting asked in streams, you name it, do you think pineapple belongs on pizza? And I do. I don't care what nobody says. Also got the spicy garlic sauce, but this is extra sauce, extra cheese, well-done bake with the spicy Italian sausage and pineapple. Yes, that is a mouthful. And I also got some wings. I wanted to try a different set of wings. I usually get their garlic parm, but I've never had these honey chipotle. Look at this container, by the way. Look at the dub from Papa John's, bro. I didn't know they had this. And it has the little things to sweat right here. So it shouldn't be like too soggy, but I like this. I'm actually going to save this container. I'm not going to lie. So I'm not going to cut this because I want us to do like some meal prep in it or something, like a cheeky meal prep. But we'll just prop it up with some of this garlic right here and move you right to the front. There we go. Look at that. We make premium content here. Yes, we do. There we go. What a W. That looks terrible, but that's fine. And also, you know you got to get these. It's probably top 3 desserts from any of these chain pizza places, but the cinnamon pull-aparts, I had to get these. I was gonna get that big cookie, but I don't care. I really wanted to get the cinnamon pull-aparts because those things hit super, super diffy. I also had my frequent fatty points from the Dad. Can you slide over just a little bit so I can talk to these people? Got my frequent fatty points. So this meal, believe it or not, you're not gonna believe this. Maybe you will believe it. The wings, everything combined. It's $20 right here for the large pizza with all the toppings, the 10 order of wings, and the cinnamon pull-aparts, and that Diet Coke, because they ain't had no Diet Sprite. But I do have my Diet Sprite from the theater, but I'm not even gonna drink that. So anyway, let me get into the pizza, and I wanna talk about this movie. Man, okay, here we go. Well done bake, gotta make sure you got the well done bake, so you get a little bit of the crunch on here, because you gotta hold up to this extra sauce, extra cheese. Honestly, at this point, I'm convinced that people that think pineapple doesn't belong on pizza have probably never tried it. And I get the stubbornness. Because I used to be the same way. It's actually so good. It's not one of those things to me you can get every time, but sometimes I'm in the mood for it. But what you need with pineapple pizza, you gotta get it the right way, but you gotta give it a chance. You have to get something with a little like a salt aspect to it. I prefer spicy salty. So with mine, pepperoni always works for sure. I don't mean spicy hot, but like, you know, like something that gives a little. A lot of people like the ham. I'll do pepperoni, and I'll do the spicy Italian sausage before I do the ham. I don't really get ham on pizza. Not to say I don't eat it. I just don't really like ham in general. This thing, man. It's iffy. You gotta get spicy garlic. Some people like regular garlic. I'm definitely more of a spicy. Every time my man sees me at Papa John's, because there's only one place around here that I trust as far as Papa John goes, because this place is different. And every time he sees me, and it's not 1 a.m., he laughs. Because I haven't had any adult beverages. So I'm like 2 different people. Actually went with a different drink today too. This is actually sugar free or zero sugar Powerade. I don't know why. I wanted something different. So I completely forgot. I said Diet Sprite. This isn't Diet Sprite. It's red on the top. But that's fine. I don't know why, but that tasted really good in the theaters. I remember that now. But let's try these wings. We got honey chipotle. This is the only flavor I've never gotten from the Dad. I think the Dad's wings are kind of underrated if you ask me. They're definitely better than Domino's. I don't know what they do to these when they put them in the oven, but they almost have like a char. Like, have you ever had wood fire wings? Some like coal fire places will put their wings in there and they get that kind of like char taste. They do the same thing. I don't know how they do it, because you know good and hell well I'm not putting these on a freaking wood fire grill, but the flavor on these to me is different. I like them a lot. I know everybody goes with Pizza Hut as like the best wing place as far as the franchise pizzas go. But I feel like the Dad is underrated with the wings. Just in general, the Dad's underrated. And the location near me is by far the best location that I've been to. I've had Papa John's in other states and some different ones in this area. This one is super clean. The staff is super friendly and they like take care of your order. I've never gotten like a weird pizza. Look how perfect this pizza is. It's never undercooked. They're never missing toppings. Like, never. So, if you live in my area, I would say give this place a shot if you want to try like a franchise pizza. But I get people living in my area not wanting franchise pizza. I'm not going to hold you out to that. Last, I'm going to get my dessert in, because once I start talking about Terrifier, I'm not going to want to do the whole intro thing. But let's get in here for these cinnamon pull-aparts. One of the most underrated franchise snacks right here. They're just so good. You ever had like monkey bread? These are so good. Not quite lava cake good, but they're close. They're crumbly. It's like a big Cinnabon, but little. Just perfect, man. Look at that. W, if you ask me. But let's talk Terrifier for all my horror fans. I also, by the time you watch this, if you catch me on Twitch, I will be doing like a live review as well as this one. So I'm basically going to do 2 reviews every time I watch a movie now, so I can make sure that people who are interested get to see it. I don't want anybody to feel like they're forced to go to any other platform, but I will be doing more of a live review, so it'll be more interactive. I don't want to give away any spoilers, so let's get into Terrifier 2. If you've never seen Terrifier, basically it's about a villain character called Art the Clown, who doesn't talk. He's a mime. Never speaks. Large over-the-top gestures and brutal kills. I went into this movie expecting, because the first Terrifier had no plot, really. It was just a clown stalking people. And I went into this movie expecting no plot. A clown making over-the-top gestures and brutal kills. My mustache itches. What I got was a large over-the-top clown and brutal kills. It's exactly what I expected. For people who are a fan of gore in movies, it's even gorier than the first. I noticeably heard the crowd making people who weren't expecting it, like, squeamish noises. If you're squeamish, it can be a little tough to watch. I'm not. Don't go into this movie if you want to see it with expectations of some kind of like great plot. That's not what it's about. I thought the practical effects were great. I thought the guy who plays Art does a great job. I feel like this movie, he even more has a grasp on what he's trying to do. Usually when you play a character longer, Freddy Krueger, Warwick Davis as Leprechaun, so on and so forth, after a couple of movies, Chucky did it. I mean, obviously he's a doll, but the way his demeanor and his voice and everything, they have more of a grasp on the character, and they play into it a little more. And I feel like that was noticeable since this is Art's third appearance in a movie. He also appeared before Terrifier in one called All Hallows Eve. So, I do notice a difference in appearance of him. They actually tried to make a plot in this movie. Here's my cons. And I'm gonna be honest with you, no, we didn't need one. The plot didn't really make sense in my opinion. Like, it just left you feeling confused at the end of the movie. And when the movie stopped, I kind of sat there for a second and went, is that the end? And then the credits rolled. But I won't hold it against this movie because I did not walk in there expecting anything that was supposed to, like, be a plot. Terrifier is, to me, only for people who like watching gory films. So, did I like the movie? Yes. I thought the clown was actually... Please don't think I'm weird for saying this, because you have to understand the context. Funny. And people were laughing. Because he's a little ridiculous. To me, the gore in the movie was almost over the top to the point that, like, it didn't look real to me, personally. Some of the things he does, like, you could look at it and you're like, there's no way that would actually work. So, that's how I felt. But I thought the movie was a fun watch. Unless you're, like, a hardcore horror person like me, I like horror movies, I wouldn't go watch it. But I loved it. I would wait until it comes out. It'll probably be out on one of these streaming platforms very soon. And maybe give it a shot. For people who are squeamish, I would suggest you watch it with other people. I would also suggest that you don't watch it at night. But if you're a horror person like me and you like the first one, I think you'll like the second one because it's pretty much more of the same. But just, they could have did more without that plot. The plot was a bit much. Like, it was like, what the hell am I watching? But it looks like towards the end, I can't give you more without giving plot, like major spoilers away. But I thought the protagonist was very good for what she was trying to do, you know. And there's really not much else to the movie. If you think Terrifier 1 was good, go watch it. If you're afraid of movies like that, do not go watch this because it's worse than the first. If art creeped you out, or if you're like me. Now, the good thing about it was I was comfortable because we were in a theater full of maniacs. This is opening night. We're going to see this movie. So if you went to watch Terrifier in the movie theaters, again, no joke, there's about 20 theaters within like a 20-mile radius of me. It's showing at 3. One showing, not like 10 showings at one. They had one showing at the same time in every theater. So it's not getting a major run out in movie theaters. You've got to be like, this movie is more for like, you know, the spooky season type of people. And if you're one of those like me, and you like the first one, you'll definitely enjoy it. It's not for everybody. That much I can definitely tell you. But I did hear some like younger kids, they're probably like you know, like 18, 19, 20, on the way out, and they were like, the writing for the movie was horrible. And I wanted to say something, but it's none of my business. But if you feel that way, you're going to the wrong movie. That movie is not like supposed to be like that kind of good. Anybody who knows horror movies know half of those movies make absolutely no sense. You want to see good practical effects. You want to see like a villain that sometimes for me makes you laugh, or some people like the menacing villain. And I will say this, I feel like Art does all of those things well. He feels like he has elements of almost every major slasher villain for the last like 20 years, the popular ones. It's like he took all of them and made one. So that's my whole thing on Terrifier. I think you'll like it if you are a part of that. But I do have to give you a warning. It's brutal. There are some brutal things in the movie. With that being said, I guess I'll chill out a little bit, finish my meal. Then, actually, after this, I'm going to start streaming. So, it's pretty late. But, I'm going to hop on there, do a live stream for a couple hours. Cheeky little, like maybe a 3-hour stream. But, anyway. Papa John's for me. This place just does stuff right, man. So you know something I don't really... I've noticed this. People were writing this in my Firehouse Subs video, I think it was. So I kind of wanted to talk about this. I kind of talked about this on the stream, but I want to talk to y'all too. So listen. I think people need to lower their expectations when it comes to food that they get, depending on where they got it from. If I go to Firehouse Subs and I pay $7 for a 10-inch brisket sandwich, I am not expecting brisket that's been real brisket. If you are, you need to lower your expectations, in my opinion. People like that, I call food snobs. It's the same thing as going to watch Terrifier. I am not going to that movie to see an Oscar winner. I'm going to that movie for some mindless entertainment. When I go to Papa John's, I'm not expecting ridiculously, like, crazy pizza. Like, oh my god, this is some of the best pizza I've ever had. I'm expecting pizza that's, on a scale, better than frozen pizza, yeah. That was clean. Flats still suck. I'm finna eat these because they're delicious. See? Cartilage. But I'm expecting something better than frozen pizza. But I'm not expecting, you know, the pizzeria stuff that I get from here. Sometimes I just want like a this is like fast food pizza for me. Again, I paid $20 for all this. If you go to a real pizzeria and you get this same order, large pizza, extra sauce, extra cheese, pineapple, sausage, you're going to drop over $20 on just the pizza. So to me, you get what you pay for. The only issue I have with stuff, like, if I paid $20 for just this pizza, I would be like, nah, man, I ain't doing that. You get what I'm saying? But you can go to Papa John's and spend $24 and get 2 medium pizzas, cinnamon pull-aparts, and an order of breadsticks. I'm not expecting that much. To me, for what you pay for it, it's good. Same thing with great value food. If I get a $7 bag of chicken nuggets and put salt and vinegar seasoning on, I'm expecting them nuggets better than McDonald's nuggets. I swear to God they are. But if you ever notice what I do when I do stuff like this, I never once talk about real pizzerias. Ever. I compare this to comparable things. I usually compare this to the other chain pizzerias. This is a chain pizza, so my grading curve is on a chain pizzeria. I'm not walking in here looking for, you know, the Sicilian pizza from the place down the street. Like, to me, that'd be ridiculous. If I want that, I'll get that, but it's midnight. So I know I'm not going to get that. So I've seen people do it, like, oh, McDonald's is terrible quality food. I paid $2 for a double cheeseburger. Like, what the hell am I expecting? I'm expecting fast food quality stuff. So if I take that McDonald's double cheeseburger, I'm only going to compare it to the Wendy's Junior Cheeseburger. Or Burger King's, you know, what's $2 at Burger King? Rodeo Burger. Those are my comparisons. Now, admittedly, McDonald's burgers are probably the worst burgers out of any of the chains, because Burger King, to me, the rodeo burgers is dookies on that. But you know what I'm saying? McChicken sandwich, Junior Crispy Chicken. People say Wendy's is too expensive, but the dollar menu is the same price. Or that their chicken sandwich, their spicy chicken sandwich is literally the same price as McDonald's crispy chicken sandwich. You have to find like comparisons, and if you want something of better quality, you got to understand you either got to make it yourself, or you got to go somewhere that's going to charge you much more. Mom and pops charge you a lot more for places stuff like that, which I don't mind. But sometimes I'm in the mood for mom and pop. Sometimes I'm in the mood. I'm all over the place with this kind of stuff. But to me, I know what I'm getting with Papa John's. I'm gonna get a well-cooked pizza. That is good. It's alright, you know, it's good. On a scale of like chain pizzas, they do some good stuff. I just felt like I had to say that because, again, it's almost like going to Terrifier and somebody being like, well, I didn't like all the gore. You went to watch Terrifier. I'll give you another one. Someone wrote this on my TikTok. I have some different stuff on TikTok and Instagram Reels, so on. So on my TikTok, I posted a video of the Fruity Pebbles white chocolate bar, right? And there's a few people that were like, oh, well, you know, don't get that. It's too sweet. I had it and it was too sweet. If you bought a white chocolate bar with Fruity Pebbles in it, what did you expect? That's exactly what it tastes like. Like, you took one of the sweetest cereals and put it inside one of the sweetest chocolates and ate it and said it's too sweet. I don't know what you expected. I feel like people have to, like, understand things before they try things. And that's what I try to do. If I give a Papa John's pizza an 8 out of 10, that's an 8 on the chain pizza scale, not the overall food scale. They're two different things. You feel me? So, I did want to say that. Like, that's not an 8 if I'm comparing it to, like, real deal Sicilian pizza or real deal pizza. But on the Papa John's chain scale, solid 8. That's why I tried to give number ratings, because I don't think it's fair. I'm not gonna go to McDonald's and compare it to some mom and pop burger chain, or like a burger that I paid $15 for. I just don't think that's right, you know. But I feel like you're allowed to like cheap stuff too, because I do. I also like expensive stuff. I sat here and dropped $60, $70 on a meal and like the stuff, but I also dropped $20 on a meal and like the stuff. So I just kind of want to say that. I feel like most people that watch my channel get it, but there's some people that just kind of like, I feel like they're just food snobs, you know? For me, my expectations are lowered when I order, like, you know, I get great value. I'm comparing great value stuff to the regular brand of it. You know, so, damn, these are so good. I need to get away from these. I'll eat the whole tray. I'll eat the whole tray. I'm gonna eat this whole thing. I can't do it. Can't do it. Not today. Not today. But before I leave, like, I compare great value, like the red velvet cookies I had a couple, like, it was like a week ago. I'm comparing those to Oreos, right? They were $2. Oreos is like 3 and change. Imagine me comparing Oreos to Mrs. Fields. And Mrs. Fields to, you know, homemade cookies. Can't do it. So, I just wanted to clear with that. I feel like some people, like, think, oh, well, he likes everything. Like, my expectations are not the same for everything that I try. This entire tray of cinnamon pull-aparts costs $6. A Cinnabon costs $6. Like, for $6, that matters. That's fire for $6. For $6, I don't feel like I have to preface that with everything, but you've heard me say, I said I don't want to eat it. You've heard me say multiple times in videos, even in this video, I said, of the chain restaurant desserts, this is fire. Right? I say it all the time. You can go back and watch the tape. But I just wanted to clear that up, man. I know I'm not defending myself. To me, I want people to know where I'm coming from when I do kind of some of this stuff. The reason that I like everything is because if I paid $2 for a cookie, a box of cookies, and they give me 16 cookies, like, I don't have expectations to think, oh my God, like it. But for $2, like, I know what cheap shit tastes like because I grew up eating it. Like, for $2, that cookie was good as hell. Gotta have your shit on point. You know what I'm saying? I walked into Terrifier, I wasn't disappointed. The movie, if you look at it from just a moviegoer standpoint, it sucks. Plot's terrible. It doesn't even make sense. I just said that. But from a Terrifier standpoint, what I walked in with expectations, that was my recommendation. If you like movies like that, if you like Terrifier and those gory, you will like it. If you just like movies and you're just a movie, I just want to check it out. Like, you're gonna fucking hate it. It's not good. I walked in expecting some gory stuff and that's what I got. Thank you. I could have did without the plot, but even with that, I didn't care if it was plot good or not. Plot was terrible. But that's the point. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Got to clean this up. Going to edit this video. It's already late. It's like midnight, and I'm still going to stream for like 3 hours. But, you know, the grind doesn't stop. The content here won't stop. Also, you might have noticed. Yeah, buddy. I ain't even saying nothing. If you know, you know. Anywho, we'll be back though tomorrow. More content. I love y'all hand signs. They made it to YouTube.